Africa should remain for Africans, right? And the reincarnation of Captain Thomas Sankara in Burkina Faso has caused a lot of trouble to other imperialists, And for far too long, they have lied to us so much that we have believed in their lies. But time is now that we are so awake and we're no longer living in those cages where you guys kept us out of information. You guys were trying to betray us by our own people. And the time is now that men and women across the African continent have risen to the fact that you can no longer lie to us the same way you did, hundreds of years ago. And it is time now that you either stand with Capt.Ibrahim Traore or never. And it is time that Malcolm X once envisioned it, and he said, there is a time when the Africans are going to rise up and they will be alive to the fact that, we do not need to fight each other for the interests of other people. And this is the time that we are seeing today, that indeed Africans are alive to the fact that we can no longer be an individual countries, but rather we need to unite, and we should be more than ever in that unity. That we are risen to the fact that people who are doing things for their very own citizens become the enemy of the imperialist. And it is time now that you should be alive to the fact that Muammar Gaddafi was just painted. And we were watching it, and the country has been fed to the dogs, and we would still want to be used again. No, never again. The people who are acting to be the God angels, the savior of the world, you have enough problems of your own. Not even the ones you have created in DR Congo and the rest of the world. You guys have to concentrate on your problems. You're not invited to Burkina Faso. They're doing it for their own people. They're creating their own gold, their own, gold reserve. And that's your problem. Africans need to wake up. Africans need to be more than ever again united, and we should be walking the talk. And of course, I know so many of these puppets are not going to say a thing, but it is up to them to be alive to the fact that, when the ground moves off your feet, you will be sinking. And those who have not smelled the coffee will one day be surprised that men and women are rising up and they're standing for their very own from across the world. And I'm so happy in my lifetime that I've seen a one good president for the people, that is Ibrahim Traore, in our lifetime. That I cannot be more, I cannot be more than happy. And of course, let me just say it clear. I am more than happy to witness a president who is working for their people, not to work with people who are working to the detriment of their people. In fact, if you guys don't know, let me tell you, you're welcome to our lovely nations, including Uganda, where people are actually being maimed. People are arrested and, they are celebrating their, battering or beating up them. And the people are suffering. And those are the places that you guys should be alive to. But of course, you guys will not see it. And of course, I love my country. I really do. And it is time now that we all have to rise up and work together for the betterment of our people. And I know that God is on our side and God is watching us, and He is never leaving us for a single day. And sooner or later, you'll realize that more than ever, we are free. More than ever, Africans are more united. That from the ends of Egypt to Equatorial Guinea, from Uganda to South Sudan, DR Congo to, Ghana, and then up there in Morocco, we will all be united, and we will see great men and women rising up to building the African continent without compromising, without believing in the lies that the imperialists have constantly told us. And I believe that the time is now that imperialism should be put to an end.